Hello? You guys still there? Hello? How are you guys doing? Well, if you guys are ready to rock and roll, I need to see your best rock and roll face on the count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, rock and roll face. Nice job, you guys! So, welcome to 90s Grunge Week here at Kid Row. And before we get started, we need to do a quick rock and roll call. So, you guys know the drill by now. When I call your name, I need to see your fists go up in the air and I need you to yell, Starfire Walk! Alright, you guys ready to try that on the count of 3? Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, Starfire Walk! Nice job, you guys! Alright, so remember, open up your ears and listen for your name. Can we give it up for Anna? Hi, Anna! Up next we have Bowie. Hi, Bowie! Now can we hear it for Grayson? Hi, Grayson! Up next we have Graydon. Hi, Graydon! Alright, now let's give it up for Jemima. Hi, Jemima! Now, do we have a Juniper in the house? Hi, Juniper! Up next, we have Magnus. Hi, Magnus! Now, let's give it up for Mina. Hi, Mina! Now, can we give it up for Vivian? Hi, Vivian! And last, but certainly not least, let's give it up for Wilder. Hi, Wilder! Nice job, you guys! Alright, now that we know that everyone's here, let's get to rockin' and rollin'. Alright, you guys, now we're gonna do a little bit of Hey Johnny Walker. So everyone needs to get up on your feet, and get ready to do your best dance moves. Now remember, I'm gonna sing about Hey Johnny Walker, and when I say stop, you all have to freeze it. Got it? Alright, here we go. Everyone get ready for your best dance moves. Hey Johnny Walker walking down the street. He didn't know what to do, so he stopped in front of me and said, Hey boy, do your thing, do your thing. Hey boy, do your thing, and stop. Nice job, you guys. Alright, we're gonna go another round. So remember, best dance moves and then freeze on stop. Alright, here we go. Hey Johnny Walker walking down the street. He didn't know what to do, so he stopped in front of me and said, Hey boy, do your thing, do your thing. Hey boy, do your thing, and stop. Nice job, you guys. Alright, this time around, I want, when I say stop, you have to freeze with your best rock and roll face, alright? Okay, so think about your rock and roll face, lock it in your brain, and when I say stop, you freeze on that face. Alright, here we go. Hey Johnny Walker walking down the street. He didn't know what to do, so he stopped in front of me and said, Hey boy, do your thing, do your thing. Hey boy, do your thing, and stop. Nice! Those were awesome rock and roll faces. Alright, we're gonna go again. And remember, freeze on your rock and roll face. Alright, here we go. Hey Johnny Walker walking down the street. He didn't know what to do, so he stopped in front of me and said, Hey boy, do your thing, do your thing. Hey boy, do your thing, and stop. Nice rock and roll faces. That was awesome, you guys. Alright, this time when I say stop, you have to freeze on your silliest face ever. So think about what silly face you want to make. Lock it in your brain. Alright? And when I say stop, freeze on your silly faces, alright? Okay, here we go. Hey Johnny Walker walking down the street. He didn't know what to do, so he stopped in front of me and said, Hey boy, do your thing, do your thing. Hey boy, do your thing, and stop. Nice job, you guys. Those were some great silly faces. Alright, we're gonna go again, and remember, freeze on your silliest face. Here we go. Hey Johnny Walker walking down the street. He didn't know what to do, so he stopped in front of me and said, Hey boy, do your thing, do your thing. Hey boy, do your thing, and stop. Nice job, you guys. Alright, this time around, when I say stop, you have to freeze on your best monster face. So think about what monster face you want to make. Lock it in your brain. All right? And freeze on that face. Here we go. Hey, Johnny Walker walking down the street. He didn't know what to do, so he stopped in front of me and said, hey, boy, do your thing, do your thing. Hey, boy, do your thing, and stop. Oh, those are some scary monster faces. All right, so we're going to go one last time, all right? And stop and freeze on your monster faces. All right, here we go. Hey, Johnny Walker walking down the street. He didn't know what to do, so he stopped in front of me and said, hey, boy, do your thing, do your thing. Hey, boy, do your thing, and stop. Nice job, you guys. That was awesome. Well, now that you guys did some really awesome dancing, let's move on to your next activity.
Hello, Kid Rowers. Welcome to 90s Week. I am wearing a choker. It's part of what we used to wear in the 90s. Don't ask me why. Those were our necklaces. Anyway, we're going to do a little brief recap on what dynamics is. Does anyone remember what dynamics is? You? Right, dynamics is how loud or how soft the music is. So one of the best ways that I can remember dynamics is the way we say it to each other at Kid Row, which is dynamics. And that's the way to remember it because that's exactly what it is. It's going from soft to loud or loud to soft. Never forget. Okay, dudes and dudettes, we are now going to talk about stage presence. Now, we've talked about it before, and we'll talk about it again because it's so important. When you're on stage, you want to remember to be having the time of your life, and you're performing, so you're trying to show what you want the audience to see. So having a lot of fun is amazing. You could also have a lot of attitude, like rock and roll, like, yeah, so you can make faces at your audience. You could point. You can smile, you could wave, you could be like, yes. You could do whatever you want as long as you're having a good time and really emoting and moving your body around. So even if you're on guitar, you could be rocking out. That's good stage presence. Drums is like, yeah. And keyboards can be, you could be keyboarding, you could be giving a face, or you could put a fist up and pump it. Like you want to really put on a show because what do people come for? A show. Okay. Now it's time to talk about tempo. We learned about that last week. Does anyone remember what tempo is? You? You're close. Almost. Exactly. Tempo is the speed of the song. So first, you have to know what your rhythm's gonna be, which is the beat. And then the drummer will count you in and you'll know the speed and the tempo. So it might be like this, or it might be like this. I like the first one better. So speed and tempo are the same thing. Okay, Kid Rowarooskies. I get sometimes asked, what is song form? What's the difference between this, that, and the other thing in a song? Well, I'm here to tell you what song form is. Song form is basically the different parts of a song. So you'll have a chorus, which is the part of the song that repeats over and over again throughout the song. And that's usually the catchiest, hookiest part of a song is the chorus. Then you have the verse. And the verse is what's telling you the story about what's happening in the song and what the song is actually about. And then you have a bridge. Now, a bridge is not just something you cross with trolls underneath. It's also something that's in a song and part of song form. And what a bridge does is it goes from one part of a song into another part of the song, and the bridge goes across, and it usually takes a different road, if you will. It's kind of like you'll be in one part of the song, and in the bridge you kind of sound a little different than the rest of the song and then come back to it. Oftentimes bridges have words in them, but sometimes bridges can just be a guitar solo or something like that. That sounds a little bit different than the song, but takes you on the journey across to the end of the song. And that's song form.
All right, repeat after me. Say ooh wee ooh, ooh wee ooh. Say ooh ooh, ooh ooh. All right, now you're ready to sing one of our other favorite 90s songs called Buddy Holly by Weezer. You guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 1,
Okay, class. Today we are going to have a history lesson, but it's gonna be fun because it's music. We're gonna learn a little bit about 90s music. Now, the way we used to listen to music in the 90s were on these things called the radio. The radio was a station that you would tune into with a different machine. We had them in the cars, we have them at our houses, some people still have them, and they would play music and we would listen to it and have a great time. And if it was in the car, we'd jam out and sing, and if it was in our house, we'd dance and sing and have fun. In the 90s, rock music kind of started taking a turn and changing a little bit. And we had this thing called alternative music. And alternative rock music was basically what it sounds like. It was different. It was not your typical stuff you were hearing on the radio. People were kind of changing it up a little musically and making it a little different. Some bands would be like Muse or Radiohead or the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They were starting to play songs that were different, and then they started playing those on the radio because those became so popular. Now, the other part of 90s music, which you can't even think about 90s music without thinking about, is grunge. Grunge is awesome. Grunge usually gets credited as being birthed in Seattle by Nirvana. Nirvana is who really made it super popular and it started getting played on the radio. When I was in the 90s, and I would always have my flannel tied around my waist because that's what grunge people did, and I had my choker necklace on, and grunge was kind of a combination of punk rock and heavy metal mixed together. And it just had a really cool sound, and people started really picking up on it and loving it. There were different artists and bands called like Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Smashing Pumpkins, which sounds like a Kid Row band, and my favorite band of all time of the 90s is Hole. Hole, it was like the best for me, and I still listen to it all the time. I love the grunge sound of Hole. Nirvana is kind of connected with Hole. And that's your history lesson for today.
Alright, on your feet, we warmed up our voices. Me, mama made me smash my M&Ms. Now we have to use those voices This is Blink 182, All the Small Things. Sing along, dance along. Here we go, Jana Banana. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Let's do a quick review of the keyboard. As I'm sure you remember, our keyboard deals with the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then we circle right back around to A. So we are gonna find our middle C, which just like the name is right in the middle. We'll find our set of two black keys that's right in the middle, and then we step down to the left and find our middle C. If we walk up 8 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We land right back on our C again, and that is called an octave. You can go up or down an octave all the way up or down a keyboard, and it's awesome. So can we say the names of the letters? Starting on C, going up an octave is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Very good. That is called an octave. Awesome. Well, that is just a little more about our keyboard. All right, guys, keep rocking.
All right, you guys, now we're gonna do a quick recap on this instrument right here, the guitar. Now, the guitar has 6 strings. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And each string has a name based on the note that they play. And those names are E, A, D, G, B, and E. Now here at Kid Row, we have a way of remembering that, and that is Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. Can we say that all together? Eddie 8, Dynamite, Goodbye, Eddie. Nice job, you guys. Now, right here, these little sections right here are called the frets. Can you guys say frets? Now, the frets, when you press down on them, right in between those middle bars there, once you press down on them, the pitch changes. So, all the way up here, this string sounds a lot higher, but all the way down here, the string sounds a lot lower. And you can change the pitch depending on what fret you press. Now, when we talk about frets, we refer to fret numbers. Now, do you guys remember how to count your fret numbers? You start all the way up here. So, this is fret number 1. And then you just keep counting all the way up. Fret number 1, fret number 2, fret number 3, and so on and so forth. So let's say we wanted to play fret number 7. Can we find fret number 7? Let's start from the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's our fret number 7. Now let's say we wanted to find fret number 4. Let's start from the top right here, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your 4th fret. Good job, you guys. Now, does anyone remember if this specific guitar is an electric or an acoustic guitar? Anyone here remember? So, this guy would be an acoustic guitar because, as you can see, we don't need wires to help him make sound. Now, an electric guitar, you need to use electricity to help it make sound. So you have all these wires connected to an amplifier to help make sound. So this is an acoustic guitar. Good job, you guys. So that was a quick recap on the guitar.
Now it's time for a recap on the drum set. There's all these different drums, and all of them together make up the drum set. We have the, what's that one? Kick drum. Kick drum. We have the snare drum, and we have these two toms. We got the floor tom, and we got the rack tom. We call it the floor tom because it sits on the floor. We have the rack tom because it sits on the rack, and then we have these 3 here. These are called the cymbals. We have the hi-hat, which is very tight sounding. We have the crash, and we have the ride. We talked about the importance of being steady when you're playing drums. It's important on all instruments, but the drums really guide that. They guide the tempo. The tempo, again, is the speed of the song. So you want to think of yourself marching or walking when you're playing. You want to hit at the same time every time. Even if you get excited or it gets louder or it gets quieter, you want to keep it steady, teddy. Alright? So we learned about 4 beats. We learned about alternating between tom, snare, tom, snare, tom, snare, tom, snare. And then we learned about this tom on all 4 beats going. Then we learned about kick and tom at the same time, alternating with the snare, going. And then the final beat we learned was when you take this right hand and bring it over top and go to the hi-hat. All 4 of those beats will work for your song. And it's just a matter of practicing. Even if you don't have sticks at home or drums at home, pots and pans and spatulas are just fine. The last thing we talked about was bringing it up to 8th notes, which is where the hi-hat goes twice as fast as all the other drums, or 16th notes. But even this is a great place to start. So keep it steady, Teddy, keep it rock and rolling, and we will see you next week.
Hey rock stars! Welcome to 90s Grunge Week. On the count of 3, I need everyone to make your scariest rock and roll face. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, those were so good. Awesome job, guys. I am gonna tell you about our instrument of the week. This week our instrument is the voice. I know it can be funny because our voice is inside our body and we can't see it. So it's like, is that really an instrument? And yes, it is. Our voice is an instrument. It's very important because that's how we sing the melody and the lyrics and how we communicate the song. Let's talk about how we get started. When we get started singing, it's important to warm our voice up so that we don't hurt ourselves. Just like when you're asleep, it's kind of nice to wake up little by little instead of just like, wow. So we're going to wake our voices up little by little. We are going to stretch our bodies, stretch all the way up and stretch all the way down, stretch all the way over and the other side. Woo! Okay, good stretch, guys. When our bodies are all woken up and stretched out a little bit, we are going to do something called warm-ups. A warm-up is supposed to be easy and very relaxed. So roll your shoulders back, take a deep breath, and then we're gonna sing la 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 la. Can you do it with me? All right, 1, 2, 3. La 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 la. That is a 5-note scale, and that is a great way to warm up. We could do some other easy exercises, such as something called a lip trill, which is when you go. Can you try and do that, making motorboats with your lips? Let me see. Oh, good job, guys. Those were good lip trills. So lip trills and scales are a great way to warm up. All right, so once we're warmed up and we're feeling all loose and relaxed, we can pick the song we're singing for class or any song. And since it's 90s week, I'm gonna pick one of my favorite 90s songs. And so when you are singing, even if it's got a lot of energy, we still wanna keep our bodies loose and relaxed and moving around. So take a deep breath. Under the bridge downtown is where I drew some blood. Under the bridge downtown, it's where I give enough. Under the bridge downtown is where I knew some blood. Under the bridge downtown, I gave my life away. Oh, 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 oh. I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. All right, awesome, guys. So after this lesson is over, maybe when you turn the computer off, you should try singing your favorite song. Stay relaxed and use your voice. It's gonna feel great. Let's talk about using a microphone. Our microphone is so awesome because it allows us to be amplified and heard so that a whole audience can hear what we're singing and we don't hurt ourselves and blow our voice out. When we're using a microphone, we don't want to hold it by holding the head. We want to hold it on the handle. So when you're holding the handle, you're going to put it in front of your lips. You can fit 2 fingers between your lips and the microphone. You're doing great. That is a great distance to hold your mic. So I'm gonna measure my 2 fingers and I'm gonna bring my mic up, making sure that I'm holding it on the handle. And I'm gonna sing at a normal volume. Under the bridge downtown is where I drew some blood. Under the bridge downtown. And that is how you do it. There is no need to yell because the microphone is going to make sure you're loud and clear for the whole audience to hear. Our microphone is very, very, very important and an awesome tool to help us be heard and not hurt ourselves. Awesome, guys. I can't wait for you to get singing. So when this ends, I want you to sing something with all of your might because all of you have beautiful voices and it is so fun to use your body as an instrument. Awesome. Keep rocking, guys.
You may be wondering why I'm on the floor. Oh, but you know, yeah, you totally know what we're about to do. All right, we're gonna do the hammer song. That's right. So if you're a baby, then you're gonna need a little help from your adult. And you can, pick up their hands and hammer for them and keep the beat and the rhythm going so that they kind of like feel that in their bodies and they are hearing it and making the mind-body connection. If you're a bigger kid, then get on your belly. We're gonna do the hammer song. Okay, you ready? First, we need one hammer. Well, look at that. I happen to have one. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we hammer with one hammer, one hammer, one hammer. Now we hammer with one hammer all day long. What's after 1? Right. 2. Nope, that's 4. 2. Ready? Now we hammer with 2 hammers, 2 hammers, 2 hammers. Now we hammer with 2 hammers all day long. What comes after 2? Boing, yoing, yoing, yoing. Hello over there. 3. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now we hammer with 3 hammers, 3 hammers, 3 hammers. Now we hammer with 3 hammers all day long. Whew. Are you ready for 4? Let's do 4. Ready? Foot-doing, foot-doing. Hello over there. Hello over there. All right. Now we hammer with 4 hammers, 4 hammers, 4 hammers. Now we hammer with 4 hammers all day long. All right. To go up to 5, we're going to need another hammer, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Where could we get the 5th hammer? That's right. Boing. Doing, yoing, 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 yoing. Now we hammer with 5 hammers, 5 hammers, 5 hammers. Now we hammer with 5 hammers all day long. Whoa, that reminds me of head banging. All right, I love a 6th hammer. Do you love a 6th hammer? Good. You ready for a 6th hammer? Whoop, bloop, bloop, bleh. Ha 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 ha. Hammer with 6 hammers, 6 hammers, 6 hammers. Now we hammer with 6 hammers all day long. Oof, I'm exhausted. Phew.
Hey guys, who's ready to play So What? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. So what? I'm still a rock star. I've got my rock moves, and I don't need you. So guess what? I'm having more fun, and now that we're done, I'm gonna show you tonight. I'm alright, and it's fine, and you're a two-star. So what? I'm having more fun, and now that we're done, I'm gonna show you tonight. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what? I'm still a rock star. I've got my rock moves, and I don't need you. So guess what? I'm having more fun, and now that we're done,
Okay, you guys, now we're going to talk about a very important thing that all musicians do, and that is practicing. Now, before we talk about how to practice, let's talk about why we practice outside of band rehearsal. Well, have you guys ever cooked or baked something? Well, as any good chef knows, you need good fresh ingredients in order to make a delicious meal. If you have rotten ingredients, then it's not going to taste so great. And the same thing goes with band rehearsal. You want to go in having practice and having your part so super solid so that when you and your other bandmates mix all of your sounds together, it's going to make a yummy, delicious sound. So, with all that being said, let's talk about how we practice at home. Well, today we're going to share 2 awesome ways for you to practice. Now, the first one is listen to your song. And specifically, listen to your song and listen for the part that you're playing. So for example, if you're the drummer of your band, you want to listen for the drum part of your song, and you want to listen to how he's playing his rhythms, what kind of cool rhythms he's playing, are there rhythms he's doing that you want to try out, so that when you come to band rehearsal, you can be like, oh, I heard the drummer do this, I would like to try that, and the teachers can help you out. And so on and so forth. If you're the keyboard player, you listen for the keyboard part. If you're the guitar player, you listen for your guitar part, and so on and so forth. So, the second way for you to practice is practice while counting out loud. Now, why do musicians count while they're playing music? Well, it's so that all the band members are playing on the same rhythm. Do you guys remember what the word rhythm means? Rhythm is the heartbeat of the song, and we all want to try to play the same rhythm. And that is how counting helps all of the band members stay on the same rhythm. So, let's say that you're a guitar player and you have to practice being on the same rhythm as the rest of your band. So, you want to think of your 2 notes. Let's say my 2 notes are A and E. So, how do I practice that while counting out loud? This is how you would practice. So, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And once you have your part down, when you're counting out loud, then you want to practice counting in your head, thinking about how to count. So once you get used to going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then when you count in your head, it's gonna sound like this. And that way, you're practicing your part, but you're also practicing staying on the same rhythm as the rest of your bandmates without your bandmates having to even be there. So when you guys get together, you guys are for sure going to stay on the same rhythm. So remember, practicing is very important in order to make a yummy, delicious sound. So with all that being said, let's move on to your next activity.
Okay, star, fire, walk. Are you guys ready to rock? Awesome. Let's see who came to rock today. Ready? Let's start with Anna. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Anna came to rock. Good job. Bowie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Bowie came to rock. Good job, Bowie. Grayson. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Grayson came to rock. All right, Graydon. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Graydon came to rock. Jemima. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Jemima came to rock. All right, Juniper. That was a mistrial. Let's try again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Juniper came to rock. Good job, Juniper. All right, Magnus. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Magnus came to rock. Good job, Magnus. Wow, you're getting so big. Okay, Mina. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Mina came to rock. Woo! Good job, Mina. All right, Vivian. This one's for you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Vivian came to rock. Wilder, are you feeling Wilder? Ready to go? On 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? Wilder came to rock. All right, we all came to rock today, right? Everybody on the dance floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? We all came to rock. Who came to rock today? Rock today, rock today. Who came to rock today? We all came to rock. Yes, we did.
See you later. Have a good week.
Good job today, you guys, and we'll see you next week.
What's up, dudes and dudettes? It's your boy Bear here at the Kid Row headquarters. I had so much fun rocking out with you guys today and learning all about song form and vocal technique, two of my favorite things. Now it's time to get creative. Let's draw your microphones. Don't forget to tune in this Friday at 6 p.m. on Instagram Live. DJ Ian Sloan is going to be rocking all of our favorite 90s cuts. We'll see you there, and definitely don't forget to wear your flannels. Also, remember, the best way to practice is what? That's right, listening. Listen to your songs and listen to your parents. We'll see you guys next week. Party on.